I know the feeling because, like, my dad was my dad's just like a tough guy.
Sure.
And there were there were times where like he was the rub some dirt on it, walk it off kind of guy. And
Right.
like I remember one time I was working with him and he made a comment of like, because I was complaining.
Yeah.
And he made a comment. And he was like, "Well, son, you need to go down and go get some Raid." And I was like, "Raid? Like the ant spray, or whatever?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, you need to spray some Raid on your feet so the ants don't crawl up and eat your candy ass." And he would, he would always like, just pick at you if you weren't being manly.
Yeah.
And I remember we talked about this the other night. Like he would always be like, "What kind of dadgum man don't carry a pocket knife with him?"
Yeah.
And I didn't really carry a pocket knife till I got older.
Right.
And then now I carry one. And of the story I was telling is me and Sarah Carter went to go to the Coke factory and the aquarium and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And you have
Which you love, by the way.
One time.
For 20 minutes.
I love the aquarium. One time, people. I don't need a season pass to go see a dang whale that I can see in 4K on YouTube. Now, if you let me swim with it.
Right, yeah.
Whatever.
The beluga whale.
Yeah. But so, okay, at the aquarium, you have to park like a ways away and then go down.
I don't know. I play there. So
for those who don't play there, you park in a parking deck and then you have to walk
such an a-hole.
100 yards at least to get to the elevator.
Sure, yeah.
Then you have to go down the elevator and then you have to walk another, what seems like a mile.
Right.
And then this was actually the week before Christmas and New Year's, which I don't recommend anyone ever going to Atlanta during that time.
So it was in between?
It was in between. National championship was going on that week.
Oh, wow.
There were so many people. I cannot stress to you.
So it was the Bama Georgia weekend?
It could have been. It could have been. I don't remember. That's 2017, 18?
17, I think.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah.
So we're standing in line, right? About to go in the Coke factory. We've been standing in line for a while.
Yeah.
And I look up and I see a sign that says, absolutely no weapons, no knives, no guns, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, duh. And then I was like, oh, I have my knife.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is that I have my knife from Germany, like that I bought from Germany.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you ain't taking this from me. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I told Sarah Carter I'll be right back. She said, you can't go away to the car. That's like such a long way, blah, blah. Just throw it away. I said, I'm not throwing away my knife.
Right.
And so I walked. There's like a little kids playground and no one was around there. And so I just got on my hands and knees. No one was watching. And I just dug this hole into I think it was wood chips. I just dug a hole in the wood chips.
Yeah.
Laid my knife. And I put the chips back over it.
Wow.
And I walked back. Went and did the Coke factory and the aquarium for hours.
This is the Coca-Cola factory, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not the cocaine factory.
Which is in Columbia.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. Columbia, South Carolina.
But then when we were leaving, going back, I just went to the playground again.
Yeah.
And I had, remembered the spot. I think I took a picture of it on my phone.
Right.
I dug it back up, got my knife, put it back in.
Yeah.
So all that to say,
so no kid killed itself.
My dad was he made dang sure I grew up to be a man.
Sure.
And maybe some of the classic man stuff that doesn't really matter, but hey, whatever you think about it, it's exactly what happened.
That's what I should have done when I went to Mercedes-Benz for the first time. My buddy Dennis had gave me his tickets to the Dallas Cowboy Atlanta Falcons game at the new stadium, which I had never been to.
Yeah.
Plus, I had never been to a Dallas game, and that's my team.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 birds, 1 giant stone.
Yeah.
And so I go there, and so as soon as I get to the security point, I have had the cigar cutter that folds out into scissors,
Yeah.
which you've seen. Very cool.
And used a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Always kept it on my keychain. Been through, now mind you, I've been through Atlanta airport security numerous times, at least 30 or 40 times with this thing on there.
Yeah.
They never questioned it. They may have pulled it out one time and just be like, what's this? It's like, oh, it's a cigar cutter. And they're like, oh, okay. And threw it back in there. That's it. No trouble. I go to my first game of Mercedes-Benz. Mug takes it. And I was like, is there any way I can get that back? And he's like, and he didn't answer me because he just kept talking. He was just like, just move along, please. And I was like, so before I left, I had to get my, slide comment in there. So I was just like, well, enjoy that cigar cutter if you smoke because it's real nice.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
And never got it back. And that pissed me off to no end.
I'm going to keep this.
But the game was cool.
I'm going to keep this quick because
Dallas one.
I don't want to make this episode about confrontation.
Yeah.
But I remember LAX. I'm going to keep this real short. I had coffee beans that I bought in LA.
Yeah.
Wanted to take them back. Went through airport security, pulled me aside. I had no idea what was going on. Had to do with the coffee bags.
Yeah.
This dude, all right, he goes, sir, what do you plan on doing with these coffee beans? Okay. You don't say something like that to me.
Right.
Because this is what I said back. I said, seriously? And he said, I'm not joking. I said, okay, well, then I'm just going to say it. I'm going to make coffee with those coffee beans. He goes, are you being a smart aleck? I said, no, they're coffee beans.
You're answering a stupid question.
Yeah.
Which comes from a straight answer, but you think it's stupid.
Yeah. And so I said, sir, I bought these coffee beans. If you want to throw them away, throw them away. I got a flight to catch. But otherwise, they're just, smell them. Open it, smell them. They're coffee beans.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, blah, blah. But it was just funny because he was like, what do you plan on doing with these coffee beans? It's like, well, I have a coffee bean collection. Actually, there's a USB drive in the middle of that coffee.
Plus, you were flying domestic.
Come on.
What in the world?
Yeah. Anyway. So
yeah, that's dumb.
All that to say, I know how you feel because, when I saw my dad cry, man, I didn't know what to do because one of the other things he trained me to do, I actually did this when you got into your wreck too, which we'll probably talk about that in another episode. Because
we're going to talk about that when Rudy's here.
Yeah, because there's a lot to that.
For sure.
But everyone just know Nathan and Rudy were in a wreck and it was very scary.
Yeah.
Well, on the way down to see if you're okay, I called my dad and I told my dad what was going on. And he told me, he said, son, you need to be the calm presence today because everyone else is not going to be calm and you can freak out after. But, one of the things that he did, the role he played and the role that I've tended to play in my life is the calm presence when panic happens.
Yeah.
And, then you can be emotional after. And
Right.
I do. That day was so difficult for me because I was really worried about you.
Yeah.
And, but when I got there, I was super calm.
Yeah.
And your mom came and hugged me and your dad came. Everyone was kind of hectic and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I was the one that was like calm and collected and cool.
Yeah.
And I walked in, I think I said,
well, my mother, she's not going to be calm, cool.
I walked in and you saw me and the first thing I did was make a joke.
Right.
And I remember you telling me, thank you for making you laugh.
Oh.
Because my whole thing was, I know you, and I knew things were too serious for you.
Right.
I know you like to break it up with comedy, and
Yeah.
things were just too real for you and too serious, and you were scared. So I just walked in, and I think I said something like, "You filled that bedpan up yet?" or something like just something dumb, or like, "Have they bathed you yet?" How was that?
Look at here, Nathan, it's Cowboy JT. I heard about your bad day. But we got the whole church praying, and I was talking to, hey, Darlene, what's Leroy's cousin? I was talking to Jeffrey, and his wife, she's going to make you a loaf of bread.
And you just smiled, and you just said, thank you for making me laugh. You probably don't remember this, but
I mean, it was blurry for sure.
That's kind of who I've always been.
Yeah.
And so when I saw Dad not be the calm presence, I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
But when I saw it once, I was wrecked.
Yeah.
You know? So, but in a good way, man.
Yeah.
I was wrecked because I shouldn't have been that way.
Right.
And he shouldn't have been that way.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's good and bad to it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So, Nate.
Hey.
I think we're done.
All right.
Me and you.
Was this number 12?
No, I mean, this is serious.
Oh, we're done.
We're done. For today. That
you got me.
It got to go too far.
You got me.
No, this is going to be here for a while. But it's been a good one. This is episode 12.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know the Braves are starting in a couple weeks, man. Which I've already watched a little bit of the spring training. We've got our Smoltzy book.
He lives in the neighborhood next to me, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yes. Now these neighborhoods are very, very different.
Come on,
Let's get it right.
Same size house as a Hall of Famer.
No.
Yes, you do.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I got to get my dadgum.
You heard Braves, didn't you, Cowboy
Here we
JT?
go. Y'all talking about the Braves, boy?
We are, sir.
I tell you what, man.
Welcome.
I remember
to the show.
Who you talking about? Which Brave you talking about?
Smoltz.
Smoltz.
Oh, Smoltzy.
Yeah, I remember one time I seen Smoltz. I passed out.
Oh, yeah.
I passed out right there in the game. I had me a Miller Lite and a hot dog, mustard all over that daggone thing, and I had mustard on my shirt the next day.
I know you in mustard.
And I got to work the next day, and my boss said, "Boy, what's that on your shirt?" I said, "What's that your concern?" He said, "Well, you know, we want you looking nice at work." I said, "It's John Smoltz's fault." Because I ran into him, I froze, I dropped my hot dog on my daggum shirt, and
It happens.
you know, pretty much every Brave story I got, there's a hot dog involved.
Right.
So
As there should be.
I miss old John Smoltz.
Yep. He's a good announcer, though.
You want a hot dog?
I want a hot dog smothered in mustard.
Smothered.
I want a hot dog smothered in relish and mustard.
You want a hot dog and mustard, boy?
Hi.
Hey. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
I love it.
What you like on your hot dog?
Oh, hot dog smothered in mustard or relish.
Hey, this is my kind of boy right here now.
Come on.
What's your name?
Harry Caray.
Harry Caray.
Or Harry Caray.
You like baseball?
Oh, yes.
What's your favorite team?
Go Cubs.
Suck it. The Braves are the best, boy.
All right.
Cubs win. Cubs win.
All right, y'all. Have a great week in the Lord.
Love you bunches.
Toodles.
Bye.
Bye.